Hello, world. I am Joseph, aka the Black Gambit, and yeah, I do card tricks. So what's up?
But I got a lot of questions for you. So let me start off with what I usually start off with. What got you into magic? What inspired you? What was the first effect that you saw and learned? And what gave you like that initial push into, hey, I can do this? How'd you
Da-
start performing?
David Copperfield. I saw his video on, I think it was like ABC, and he did a trick. It wasn't with cards. It was with, I don't know if you've seen this, but it was like a clock. And it had numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And he chose the audience who were watching to point to a number on that clock. And I kid you not, I pointed to I could see it clear as day. I pointed to the number 6, and he was dressed up. He like had like a bed sheet over him. And when I pointed to number 6, the number 6 turned around and said, "This is the number that you picked." And I was like, "What?" I mean, that was the audience thing, or for the people watching at home. So I was like, "Ooh, okay, I like that." And so I just did my research on how to do tricks. Not like that though. But I got my first magic kit when I was like 10 or something. It's that coin slot thing.
Yeah,
It makes
I
it
remember
disappear.
those.
Like a wooden box or whatever. So yeah. And then I discovered cards when I was like 15, 16. And I'm pretty much the card man. So I fell in love with the cards. So David Copperfield inspired me to get into that initially, to the magic act. And then David Blaine inspired me to go out and perform to people. And that's a really I know I'm kind of stoic. I've been told I'm very stoic like when I perform, but that's just how I am. Um I let my tricks do the talking, if that makes sense. I let my reactions speak.
I think there's
I'm
a
not
lot
I'm
to be
not like,
said
oh,
about.
I'm not like, oh, look, man, look. I'm more like chill, you know?
It's too
So I
much.
so
Let the
yeah, so
audience do the work.
yeah, so I'd say David Copperfield and David Blaine inspired me to get into it. What was your other question?
Oh, what was like some of the first effects that you learned that got you into it that
Cool.
made you realize, hey, man, I can do magic too. You know?
I think it was strangely enough the two card Monty. I think that was one of the first ones that I
Oh wow.
learned. And I had no human mentor. I had to learn it all like on my own from the internet. But this was pre YouTube. So
Yeah,
they still had things online to learn, but of course you can learn from some stuff from YouTube. But I got a lot of stuff that I downloaded that I had to pay for, and I think the ones that you have to pay for is worth more. You know what I mean? Because it has more
yeah.
value. But I remember one time I didn't know when I was ready to perform in public. I was walking around in the neighborhood in Kansas City, and there was an old man on his porch, and I went up to his porch, and I said, "Hey, can I show you blah blah blah?" And I could tell by his reaction, I was ready to go out and perform to people. Like I said, I had no one to tell me, hey man, you're ready to go out." I had to discover that on my own. So I think that was a powerful.
What was his reaction like?
Ooh, I can hardly remember because this was a while ago, but I know he was smiling, so I was like, okay, okay. And
Some
one more thing.
people, that's all it takes, right? Like you could just you break through, and that's all it takes is that smile that you wouldn't
Oh,
normally get, right?
yes.
And it
And
hits harder for some reason. I don't
and they
know.
and they don't even know you. They don't even know
Right.
me, but yet they're still smiling. Like I'm like, man, that's what really makes me. What's the word? Like it makes it worth it. You know,
Yeah,
that
I
ten
agree
minutes
with
of
you.
that 10 minutes of being different and just disturbing the mundane things of life and making people happy. That's what it's about to me.
I
So
agree
yeah,
with you 100%. That little moment in which you spark that childlike wonder that they haven't seen for years and years, that's what makes it all worth it.
or never have seen.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Some
And
people,
speaking,
and it's rare for people to see a magician anyway. You know.
yes, I get told that a lot. Oh, I've never seen that before, especially at my
Right.
restaurant gigs. They be like, "How did you like? I've never seen this at a restaurant," and I love that because it's different.
Yeah.
Because a lot of
So
restaurants have. Well, go ahead.
you're getting right now in restaurants.
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
I do okay. Currently, I do 5 restaurants right now, and all I have
Oh
to do
wow.
is, yeah, I just walk in and speak to the manager. I'll be like, "Hey, I'm a restaurant professional restaurant entertainer. I would love to entertain your guests, etc." And if they say yes, cool. And if they say no, guess what? I go to another restaurant. It's a numbers game. Even
Yeah,
though rejection hurts, you just gotta move on. Can't let it affect you.
that is true. That's a really good way of looking at it. Some people they'll get rejected for something, and that they'll let that whole thing bring them down. You can't be
Yeah.
like that.
I mean, it does sometimes. I'm like, man, I really wanted that place, but then I can't let it
Yeah,
affect me, which is hard sometimes because rejection sucks with
yeah,
anything. Just like women,
for
if you try
sure.
to ask, just like you know how many women there are out there. If she says no, just go to just keep asking.
There's so many more.
No,
It's all
right?
right.
It's a numbers game,
Yeah, that's for real.
and that's
So
with
I'm gonna
anything in
ask
life.
you, bro. I gotta ask you the $1 million question. I've been trying to hold off, but it's itching me. What made you start performing in Walmart? I
Oh,
gotta know. You gotta tell me about this because it's great. I love it.
and it's different and unique, right?
Right.
I
Yes.
kind of want I kind of want that to be my thing, but it kind of sounds cheesy saying, "Oh, you the." Okay, let me ask you this: does it sound cheesy saying, "Oh, you're that Walmart magician"? Does that make
You
me
know,
sound
it might sound cheesy looking from the outside in, but if you're an actual magician and performing for real people in Walmart, other magicians will respect that. At least
mm,
I do. That's how I look at it. So
hmm
I can't speak for everybody else. The way I look at it is like, man, this man's really out here at Walmart performing for the customers. Like I just want to see the thinking behind it. What made you go out and do that? I mean, as alternative for walking the streets, and it's so brilliant because you have so many people congested in the spot that you can get so much walk around time in this one spot. And I thought it was genius, honestly.
have you have you ever seen any other magician do it at Walmart
No,
before? Never.
no.
Okay.
I haven't. I mean, I don't know every other magician out there, but I know quite
Yeah,
a few, and I haven't seen that before. You're the
yeah, it
you're the
is
first
different.
person I've seen do that.
I
Yeah.
like being different. I know. Have you seen those interviews at Walmart where people just interview people at Walmart or whatever? Like they just go up to
Yes,
strangers.
I
And
have
I
seen that. Yeah.
and I thought to myself, why don't I kind of copy that? But instead of doing that, let me do my magic tricks. And that's it. That's how that unfolded. And it's
I
been
see. Yeah.
it's been going pretty well. Now I have gotten comments before on my videos talking about, oh, you're just that. And the reason why I asked you about the Walmart thing because I've gotten comments saying, oh, you're the Walmart magician. I said, yeah, cool.
Own that shit,
But
bro.
but it's all good. But it's all good. That don't deter me. But yeah, of
You know,
course.
if anybody ever gives you shit about that, say, yeah, you go try it. Let's see how well you do.
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't bother me.
Right.
They make the block button for a reason.
Yeah. Hey, that's right.
Like for real, I don't stress that at all.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just
Um,
it's just so funny. Like I don't know how anybody else could see it, but brilliant. I don't know. That's how I see it. So that's why
that,
one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, get to know you better, because I'm like, what is this? This is crazy. I've never thought of anybody
I
doing
like
this.
that.
I mean,
That that
you're making me want
that
to go to my Walmart.
that that just gave me motivation for real. I'm like, okay, okay. Now
Yes,
lately,
sir.
I don't know if you've been watching my previous videos. I have been doing it from right here, my
Yes, yes.
room
You've been doing
with
lives, right?
on TikTok. Oh, yeah, you have my
Right.
TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you saw me on TikTok, right?
Well, I don't have TikTok. I don't have
Oh,
TikTok, but I've seen clips. I guess from your TikTok on YouTube.
well, it's just my YouTube shorts. Well,
Okay.
okay, I
Right.
shouldn't
Right.
say that.
Right.
It's the
Right.
same. Yeah, but yeah, I usually have that red light going to create that atmosphere. Yeah, so I'm
Gotcha.
starting to because I haven't been in Walmart in a while doing my tricks. So I'm starting to do the room one, even though I do prefer the live reactions. That's what I'm pretty much known for.
I
But
like
yeah,
table work too, but there is something about that walk around atmosphere where it's
of
in your
course,
hands, in the spectator's hands,
you
face
can't
to
get no
face.
reaction. This table can't react to me. You know, I
Right.
like the
There's a
human
there's a
element.
big difference there, right? Like you
Mhm.
feel that difference. Like that's one of the things that kind of drove me away from doing a lot of short content and stuff like that, just because I feel I'd rather, even if I'm not, even if I don't have anybody to record me, I'd rather be out and about doing magic for other people versus sitting here in front of the camera. That's, I mean,
Yeah,
I do that sometimes still, but I would rather be out there with someone else.
yeah. I've also performed at Target before, but man, Target has such a different vibe to it. You know,
Really.
it's
I mean,
just
I can kind of see that.
kind of like uptight. It's just a different energy. That's why I just like Walmart better.
So that's another question I had also. Walmart, like, no employees bother you? Do you ever perform for the employees or anything like that?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah. I think
But
I've
I was,
seen one or two clips of you doing that, if I'm not mistaken.
hmm like I normally I have done it to the people at the food. I usually do it in the food department. That's where the busiest place is. Everybody got to eat.
Ah,
But
okay, yeah.
I've done it in the electronics department before. I think that's the second busiest electronics, especially kids and teenagers be over there. But I performed for the guy behind the desk, and I guess they had one of the big wigs there that day, and the lady told one of the managers that I was performing for the employees, and I wasn't supposed to do that. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
okay, but
Gotcha. So they
but I
won't
still
bother you
do.
if you're with the customers, pretty
No,
much. But
no,
okay, so well, that's cool though. That's still really great.
it is. But I've
What what
gotten,
what? Uh,
of course, I've gotten no's from customers. That's
oh
life.
yeah,
Some
that's
people
you're gonna
say
get that
no
anywhere you go. Yeah,
anywhere. Yeah,
yeah.
I tell people this all the time. Humans are humans, no matter where you go. That's just the way it
That
is.
that's a fact.
I told someone it doesn't matter what your talent is. Someone in the world is going to say no to you. You can sing as good as Whitney Houston and dance as good as Michael Jackson. Someone doesn't want to see you dance. Someone doesn't want to see you sing. That's life,
Yeah.
you
Everybody
know.
loves music, but there's somebody out there that hates music.
Yep,
You know.
that's correct. But yeah, I get no's and yeses from customers, but of course the yeses is the ones that
So,
count. I remember one time,
uh,
um, I think it was last week. I didn't record it, but I think it was it was a Hispanic family, and I had my cards out. I said, "Here, just take a card." I said, "No," I said, "Name a card," and then their daughter spoke English, and I did it for them. I like that's fun. I like doing it to people who can't speak English because they can understand. Look, they can
magic
understand
is a
this.
universal language. Yep.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, I
I
love that,
remember.
dude.
I remember one time out in the street, I had my cards on me. I thought to myself, let me try and do this without saying a word. So I literally got my cards. I think he had the headphones in. I grabbed my cards and I just went like this. He said, take a card. He said, you want me to take a card? And I went, and I did the whole trick without saying nothing. I'm like, man, I thought to myself, man, that's crazy.
I want to try that. I've never done that before, but now I really, really want to try that. That's a great idea.
Because he probably thought I couldn't speak or something. But then once I was done, I think I said thanks or something like that.
That's got to be like a real bug out encounter for him, though. He's like, wait a minute, you could
Yeah,
speak. What's
I
going
just
on
went,
here?
I
And
just
then you
went,
blew his mind on top of it. You
yep,
know,
yep, yep.
that's crazy, bro. What was the difference that you felt going into Target? Like,
The energy,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me about that.
I don't know, man. You know how when you like walk into an area or something and the vibe is just different.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just how that's just how I felt. It seemed I don't know. It seems like they were too good to see it. Like uppity.
Customer related, you think, like the type of people that are there?
Yeah, yeah, I guess you can say that, yeah. So there's
Okay.
just it seemed like Walmart they're more open to that.
And where I live, I've got a Walmart that's like not even a mile, maybe 2 miles the most away from me.
Hmm.
And then the Target is like way like probably about 40 miles from me. So
Hmm.
yeah, Walmart is the only option around where I'm at.
Where do you live?
I live in Sebring in Florida. So
Florida.
that's like Central Florida. If you heard of Polk County, it's like right beneath Polk County.
I haven't heard of is Polk? Say it again.
Yeah, Polk.
Polk.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard of
A
that.
lot of people, Judge Grady's like the big sheriff out there, but he's gone viral. He's always talking about shoot people if they try to come in your house type shit.
What?
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild out here, bro.
I've never been to Florida, but I had customers tell me that I should go to Florida and do my tricks. Like, you should go to
You
Florida, you
should.
know.
Yeah.
I live in
Yeah.
Georgia, and I've never been. Like, if I want to drive to Florida, how long would that take? Like 8 hours or something?
Depends
Maybe.
on where you live. Yeah, I used to live in Cartersville, so out there in Georgia, which is like north. I want to say northwestern
Hmm.
uh, uh, part of Georgia. It's like 45 minutes from Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I've heard
So
of
it
Cartersville,
depends.
but I've
Yeah,
never
it
been.
depends on where you live in Georgia. Georgia's a pretty big state. I really,
Hmm.
really, really liked it out there, though. I had some of the greatest years of my life out there. Some of the best friends I've ever had were in Georgia for sure. I've had a
Hmm.
really, really good time out there. It was really nice. Miss it, man. I miss it. I miss the people. I don't miss getting the clay all over my shoes though. I got to worry about that out here.
Yeah, I should definitely check out Florida. That should
Yeah,
be
yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
bucket list thing for me or something. Have you been
Yeah.
on a cruise?
I haven't been on a cruise. Everybody keeps telling me go on a cruise because that out here, that's like something that's really big all the time. People go to cruises. There's just like programs that you could set them up where you're paying like throughout the year a very small amount of money, but by the end of the year, you're ready for your vacation. It's all paid for, and that pays for all your food. You can get the drink pass, all that stuff. Really nice cruises, and
Hmm.
a lot of people have told me to go, but my old lady, she's scared of getting seasick, even though I told her there's medicine for that. So I don't know. I'd have to convince her.
Yeah, I'm afraid of the ocean too. That's a
I ain't
lot
gonna
of
lie,
that's a lot of
the
rock.
ocean's a scary place, bro.
Yeah,
Dangerous. A lot of people don't realize how dangerous it is.
but they say a lot of entertainers, like magicians, be on there. They're like, you can be a
Oh
cruise.
yeah. No,
Yeah,
I know a
yeah,
lot of
like a
them
lot
that
of.
do that. Bro, they make a lot of money going on cruise ships and performing. Like a lot of money. That's something I've thought about. I have thought about it. I even created like a 1 hour show. I'm still kind of working on. It's one of those things that I want to have it perfect. But I thought it'd be nice to do something like that. But maybe in the later years. Right now, I'm still doing the whole family thing, and that's number one important to me. But that is something I thought about. Like, why not retire and work on a cruise ship?
Mm.
I don't see why
And it's
not.
all
That might be, yeah, free. I mean, you get free cabin, free stay. I mean, it's not a bad deal. I've even heard of older couples taking their retirement money and instead of paying rent or whatever it is, they would live on a cruise ship and just travel the world.
and
So
it's all
I thought that's where I got the idea. And then on top of that, talking to other magicians who literally do that for a living, they'll go out for a couple of months and then they'll come back home for a month or two and then go back out. So they'll do it like that. And so it's something to think about for sure. You can make some really good money doing it and
yeah.
go travel the world and have a good time. So why not?
There's there's this one uh cruise line magician. I can't remember his name, but he goes what when he performs.
Jeremy, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking
I,
about.
I
Yeah,
think I think he does ships,
he does.
cruise ships. I'm
Yeah, he
like, oh,
started not that long ago, actually, maybe a year or so ago, something like that, if I'm
so it
remembering
so it
correctly.
so it is something to think about.
Yeah, dude, it really is. I think it's a great option, especially if you're looking to just if you have nothing tying you down, that you have to be here, on land for an extended amount of time, and you really just want to go travel. That's a really good option.
Okay,
So it's something to consider at least, right?
I got to get over that fear, and I have a fear of
Yeah.
flying, so
Oh man, that's a rough one.
it is.
I early on they sent me back and forth from New York to Florida on the plane by myself as a kid, so I got over that shit pretty quick. But I remember being scared when I was little, like I'm over here by myself walking. I don't even know where I'm going. I'm looking at the ticket, like, but you
Yeah.
find your way. You
That's
figure
like
it out.
that's literally from end to end,
Yeah,
like or yeah.
it is. I mean, it's wild, but To me, it's only takeoff and landing. Not even land. Landing, you feel a little weird, but takeoff is the worst part because that's the part
Turbulence.
where everything kind of drops. No, it's weird. It's like I guess it's the gravitational pull as the plane is pulling up. You can feel that in your body just going down.
Ooh.
I kind of jokingly say it. It's you get a fucking tingling feeling in your nutsack, kind of.
Hmm.
It's kind of the same. You ever been on a roller coaster and that feeling when you drop?
Yes. Yeah.
It's that feeling, but you're going up.
That's weird.
So yeah, I don't know how to explain it exactly. I don't even know what that feeling would be called. I never really looked into it, but it's something. It's a
Hmm.
strange feeling, but that's definitely something you gotta experience.
Okay.
It's not as terrifying as you would think it is. Maybe the first couple of times,
They
but once you
say
do it the first couple of times, it's not too bad.
they say nothing is as bad as it seems. It's all in the mind.
That is true.
Speaking of which, and this is the crazy part, sometimes I do get nervous about approaching people. And I tell myself,
Yeah.
why?
I was
All
gonna
they're
ask you
gonna
that
say
next.
is all they're gonna say is just no. But that's just the human condition.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think that ever really goes away. At least for me, I've been
True.
performing for quite some time, and I still get a little. I don't know if it's nervous or anxious or what the feeling is exactly, but I sort of like it. It's weird. It's like a love
Yes,
hate
I do
relationship. You know what I'm
too.
talking about, right? So it's sort
Yeah.
of an addictive feeling. It's almost like a high that you
Hmm.
get, and then once you complete what you're performing, it's a relief. It's like, oh, that let
Hmm.
loose. Like I
Because
got it,
once, because
nailed it.
when I start doing it at Walmart and when I approach that one person, the rest is cake,
Right.
and it's so weird.
You got to get in the zone. You got to lock in.
Yeah, and it's the same thing with restaurants. I don't know why. I'm gonna tell myself, why am I getting nervous at these when I approach? See, the first table I approach, it's always nervousness. Always, I'm like, man, what? And I'll be having like conversations with myself. But after the first table, I'm on go mode. I'm like, where's my
Exactly.
next table? Like, where's my next table?
If
It's
I had to put
weird.
it in a metaphor, it's sort of like when you jump it into a cold pool. You know it's
Mhm.
going to be cold at first, and you're anxious about it being cold. But you know if you just get it over with, you're going to adjust to the water.
Yeah, your body just
So
yeah,
it's sort of like that feeling, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then some. And when I perform, I know, and this is another thing that drives me to do it. I know how they're going to react, and then again, I don't. So it's that mix that I like. Because of course, I know they're
Yeah.
going to smile and laugh, and then they might do something different, and that's what makes it worth it. And that's what makes it. It's not. It doesn't get boring because each reaction is different. I tell people this all the time. If there's like 200 people at a restaurant, I can do the same three tricks to each table, and it never gets boring. Why? Because people have different facial expressions. They laugh different. They run away, especially the black people. We always run, and that's a good thing, and that makes for good like entertainment.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, we some extra. We be extra, but I like that.
I love it.
Like yep. But like I
Bro,
said,
those are
when
some
I
of my favorite reactions. What do you mean, bro? That's the
that's
best. I
that
love it.
man. But the ones I cannot stand when I go to the
Uh-oh.
tables is when I do like I've done the ambitious card routine, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Cool, nice," and I'm thinking
Yeah.
to myself, "What? Okay." And those are the tables. Those are the
You're
tables that I
killing me,
only do.
bro.
Those are the only those are the tables I only do like two tricks, and then I'm gone. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
have a good one.
You can feel the vibe. You already know.
I'm like, man, that just irks me. Give me something to work with.
Yeah, my old lady's like that. I could literally do anything, and she'll be like, "Oh, that's cool." I don't even get this.
Well, that's because you know
I,
how it's different with family. They be
bro, it's been like that since the beginning, though. That's the hilarious part. I
oh
actually have a whole routine, a triumph routine, where I it's incorporated into the story that she messed up the cards, because she
mhm,
doesn't like, that I do magic, whatever. So I created a whole little story about it during the triumph routine, and then the cards come back to normal. I still find the card, but it's yeah, I even incorporated into that because it's one of those funny things that I don't know, I can't escape.
yeah. What are those books behind you?
Oh, I've got plenty of books.
Are
I've
those
got a nice little library here.
Those tutorials.
Uh, well, yes, most of them are books that have effects in it and everything like that. Um, I have so many here, so I don't even know where to
I
start here.
see.
But for I don't know because you're already a high level card magician, so I don't know where. Okay, I would suggest
That's the encyclopedia of
Paul
card tricks.
Harris, huh?
Oh, go ahead. Are those the encyclopedia of
Oh,
card tricks to the left?
I have the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks up here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right here. I have that one.
Mhm.
I've got a lot. I've got a lot of books, and I've got more up top too.
Oh,
I like
okay.
some of the older stuff. I've got some mentalism material, a lot of card stuff, a whole lot of card stuff. Some
Okay.
older books, some newer books.
Hmm.
Um, I think you'd probably like the Paul Harris Art of Astonishment. Have you read those or know anything about them?
Nope.
Okay, well, so if you're a fan of David Blaine, I'm going to give you some recommendations. First of all, have you read his book, Mysterious Stranger?
Who, David's?
Yeah,
No.
he only has one book. Fucking read it. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Okay.
So I actually had two of these books. I lent one out to my father to read, but it's called Mysterious Stranger, and
Okay.
I have two copies. One of these is signed by David himself,
Oh.
and then but it's this book right here. So it does have some tricks in it, but that's not really the point of it. The stories that are in here are historical stuff, and then there's stories of his own life. It's just such a good book. It's there's actually a good chapter in there that talks about Paul Harris as well, which is one of his favorite magicians.
Okay.
There's just so much good stuff in here. I don't even know. I can't praise this book any higher.
Hmm.
Historical, all kind of stuff. You'd love if you're a big fan of David Blaine, you'll love this book
Okay.
for sure. Also, I have David Copperfield's book, which is the history of magic,
Let's see. Okay.
which is I think that's the only book I have of David Copperfield's, but that's just all about history because he has like an entire museum of
Hmm.
history of magic and props and all this stuff from 100 years ago,
Hmm.
150 years ago. So there's a lot of amazing stuff there.
Believe it or not. Oh, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. I thought you were
Okay,
about to
I'm
show me
gonna give
something.
you quickly. I'm gonna give you a couple of recommendations. Ossie Wynn's book Repertoire. Do you have that?
No, I don't have. On the only book here, I'll show you. The only book that I have is this one.
Yes,
Scarney.
Carney on Cards. I got that. That one's
Yeah.
great.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
many. Over
Okay,
200, it
so
says.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you some recommendations here. Repertoire
See,
by Ossie Wynn.
I don't know why YouTube has it in revert or, like it's spelled
Yeah, I
backwards.
hate that.
Gosh,
I'll send you some pictures. I'll actually send
yeah,
you
just
pictures of the books for
DM
you.
me all that.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of really good recommendations here for you.
Okay.
Mnemonica, of course, by Juan Tamariz, which is going to be for mem deck work, which he does a
Okay.
lot of. Are you familiar with any mem deck stuff?
I am not.
Okay, well, that's something that you got to dip your toes into slowly. It took me 2.5 years, so there's no rush on that one. Trust me. Yeah, it took me a while, bro. Um, the Paul Harris Art of Astonishment, which is 3 books. Uh,
Paul
I'm just trying
Harris.
to give you all the things that I think would be really good. There's Pitt Hartling, In Order to Amaze, and Card Fictions, which are really good recommendations here that I think you'd like.
Hmm.
These are people that these or Less is More by Ben Earl. I think you'll get a lot of like you personally from what I've seen you do, especially table work and stuff. You're gonna get a lot of stuff out of this book.
He does
Highly recommend this for you.
he does like a lot of poker routines and stuff.
Yes,
Mm, okay.
yes. I think you'll like that a lot. So there's that. Without going into too much craziness, yeah, I think those are the books I would recommend if you are a fan of David Blaine and his work for sure.
Okay. And I am
Now,
more of a visual learner, like DVD. I have Leonard Green's I have two Leonard Green DVDs and then two Darwin Ortiz
Ooh,
DVDs.
Darwin Ortiz. Yeah, I have the what is it? Scams and Fantasies DVDs, which are pretty good. I
Oh,
recommend those
okay.
too.
And I know
Yeah.
That's Jason Ledaney's teacher.
Yes, Darwin
Yeah.
Ortiz. Another good book that I would recommend. I have it in my bag. Let me grab it. I've been recommending this to everybody. If there's a lot of people that still haven't read this book or still haven't got this book, it's not super expensive, but
Hmm.
it's by Darwin Ortiz. There's no magic in this book. No magic. This is all theory. Okay. But
Interesting.
it's some of the best theory that you'll get anywhere, hands down. And I don't think there's any magician that has read this book that would disagree with me. So I'm about a quarter of the way through. I haven't read it completely, but from what I've read so far, I highly recommend it. It's called Strong Magic. So if you like Darwin Ortiz, read this. It's a
Okay.
game changer for sure.
Okay. I like do you like chaotic magic like Leonard Green and Danny De Ortiz? Do you like that style?
I do like for table work. It's. I think it's hard to learn
Yeah, it seems like it.
because you have to have that type of personality. Um, can I do it? I could do some of it, yeah, for sure. Like I think I recently did a video entitled "How to Beat the Casino Wash." You know, I don't teach it or anything like that, but it's that kind of chaotic Leonard
Hmm.
Green style stuff, and I'm definitely cheating for sure. But
Yeah.
uh, there's some good stuff there. You know, there's like
Mhm.
that is so fooling. It'll fool magicians. It'll fool laymen. It just fools everybody. That type of stuff.
Yeah. Now I don't.
It's Leonard Green. Leonard Green has some of the bro. Leonard Green has some awesome material. Like
Yes.
really, 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 really good. So
Mhm.
yeah, that's I. You know, it's crazy. I don't think I have any Leonard Green here. Any
Shame on
books?
you.
I know, right? I know I have him featured in some of these books, but not an actual Leonard Green book, which I need to add to my collection here.
Hmm. Now, when
Do
it
you
comes to, oh, go ahead.
go ahead? No,
When
no,
it
no.
comes
Go
to
go ahead.
when it comes to card tricks, I don't know how to do the pass, and I don't know how to do what's that one? The cascading water. Hold on.
Oh
Like
yeah, I
I
know.
think it's
Yeah,
called that, and then it
more. Yeah,
falls. I don't know
more.
how to do. Huh?
That's more in the realm of cardistry
Cardistry. Yeah.
than anything else. I'm not a big fan of cardistry, and I think it's also
What?
because of something. Well, let me put it this way: I like watching other people do it. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
perform it myself because I don't see much value in it in terms of sleight of hand. Maybe I'm
Hmm.
wrong. I might be wrong on this, but I didn't see much value in it. Um,
Like
so
they be
there's
doing
there's
like
also something if the spectator believes that you can do all this with the cards, it sort of takes a little bit of the magic out, the impossibility, because they're like, oh, he just did sleight of hand. You know, there's
okay.
sort of there's that argument that's also in this book also that I was just recommending.
Mhm.
That's that argument to where if you if you do all these flourishes and all this fancy stuff that nobody else none of your spectators can do with their playing cards. They think, oh, he can do anything with playing cards. So um, there's that argument. But also, I don't see that much value in it in terms of sleight of hand, like uh, doing all these types of moves. Is it going to help me? Maybe with like cuts, false cuts, stuff like that.
Well,
I can see.
it's still visually beautiful to look at.
Yes. Now I
You can
love it. I'll watch other people do it. I can't do it. I haven't even bothered trying.
so if a person is performing in front of you, you would enjoy it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, me too. But yeah, I can't do it either. But I enjoy.
Yeah,
I
I
enjoy.
enjoy watching it for sure. I can't even try. I've probably tried a couple and I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend so much time to practice this if it's not really going to
Yeah.
benefit my
Yep.
slights. So that was
This
sort
is
of the thinking in that.
this girl. I think
The pass
it's
though, you got to learn to pass.
okay. This is girl. What is her name? Anna de Guzman.
Yeah, Ana de Guzman. Yeah,
She does. She be doing some of the like, but I think she incorporates
she's
that
good with
into
it.
her. Yeah, yes, she incorporates that
Yeah,
into her whatever style.
yeah,
But I've
I,
seen people do like they do this or something.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
How do
It
they
looks
do that?
cool though.
It
Yeah, it looks
does.
really
It
cool.
looks
Yeah,
like what? But I
it is
have now.
pretty cool.
Let me ask you this. I have told people when I do my tricks, I said it is sleight of hand. You can do it too if you practice.
Mm.
Is that diminishing? I don't think that's diminishing the value of what I'm doing. It is a skill set.
It's not. It's not because you don't want to lead people into thinking that what you're doing is real magic because I
That's what I
think that's
tell
being
people.
dishonest. I
Yep.
usually don't. I usually don't mention what it is that I'm doing unless I'm asked. If I'm asked, I'd be completely honest. Say I'm just doing sleight of hand. What I'm doing takes a lot of practice.
Hmm.
Um, XYZ basically.
Hmm.
Now,
Okay.
am I crazy or is that a sword in your background?
A what?
Sword or am I seeing things?
You're
Is that a
seeing
lamp? What is
things.
that?
Them
Okay.
headphones are on too tight.
I thought it was. See, you can see it like in the camera. Oh, is that a bedpost? Okay, it's a
Yeah,
bedpost. Never mind.
yeah. So
I'm
yeah.
seeing things.
I wish it was a sword though. Maybe if I can. What if I just went and just made it a sword? That would have been
So if you
real
pulled a
magic.
sword out of there, I'd quit. I'd quit magic. I'm like, nah, this guy got it, bro.
Speaking of swords, I've seen David Blaine like that's not Oh
Yes,
yeah, so that's not really magic. That's more of a stunt, but a real one. What do you think about those?
I love it. You know, would you like me to explain why I love it so much?
Please do.
I love it because to the layman, they can't tell whether it's real or magic. It blurs the lines. Those things that blur the lines in their mind, oh, is that real? Was that real? It makes them question. So now anything that you do, it makes them question, was it real? That little, it's like planting a seed. So one of the
Mhm.
things that I do a lot is I do this here, and this goes into this is like the opening act of my performance here, which is going to be the
What is that? Oh, is that a nail?
oh, would you like to see?
That's a nail, right?
It sure is a real nail at that.
Okay.
So this is like the opening act of my performance here. So what I end up doing, and it's kind of along those lines here. Hopefully nobody steals my idea here, but yeah, I gotta sanitize it. This is real deal. But hopefully nobody steals my idea. But what I do specifically with this that makes it a little bit different, and I'm still working on the mechanics for this. But what I'll do is I'll take the nail, hammer it into my face, and then once I pull it out, it vanishes. So it makes them wonder, was the nail really there to begin with? What I did, and then when I don't do that, and I'm just doing it like normally for people. I'll be like, yeah, it looked pretty real though, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
check this out.
That's just not I, sir. Yeah. And do people be like, "There's no blood"? They say that sometimes. There's no blood.
Yeah, I've heard some. Well, most of the time, let me be honest with you. Most of the time, it's a squeamish reaction that I get.
They're like, "Ooh,"
Yeah,
like
like,
when
oh,
David
what?
Blaine when he stuck it through his arm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which that's it. See, that's another perfect example of things that the audience is questioning whether or not if it's real.
Hmm.
It's actually a pretty cool box here. Look at this.
Okay, I
To
like that.
actually show if you want to demonstrate, exactly where the nail is going and all that stuff. It's
Hmm.
pretty cool. But yeah, that's something I like to do that kind of crosses those lines. There's other stuff that I do also. Um,
Yeah.
so then, like, if when I perform things like, so if I start with that and then people in their mind like, no, that's not a magic trick, that's real. Perfect. I want you to think like that because then when I later perform something like Hook by Eric Ross, now you're thinking, damn, that has to be real. I saw what he did with the nail. So
Mhm.
it's that blurring of the lines.
Right.
And then if somebody asks me, I say, there's a method to everything. A lot of this is sleight
Yep.
of hand. If somebody does come and ask me, I'm going to be honest with them.
Yeah. You're telling the truth. It doesn't diminish. I mean, it doesn't diminish like that. It's like you don't believe. Like you're like shocked that I said that.
To
Not
me,
unless I'm reading. Yeah. Not unless I'm
no,
reading
no,
to you
your
into your facial
video was like
expression.
skipping in and out, so I'm trying to
Oh,
like listen closely to what you're saying.
it was
No, you
pausing.
said
It was
you
pausing.
went. Yeah, well, it didn't pause. It just kind of like skipped. It got a little glitchy and skipped for a second there.
Okay.
It happens sometimes. But so you were saying that you went to a bar and you explained it, and the person was shocked of your honesty.
Yes. He's like, well, he was shocked and he was like, man, I'm glad. He didn't say I'm glad. He said, man, I like that you're telling me the truth. I'm like, and that doesn't diminish the value of
It
the trick.
doesn't. No, it doesn't at
You know.
all. I agree with you, but I tend to, if asked, I tell the truth. I be truthful. There's no like a lot of this is sleight of hand. I'm just an entertainer, because there are people out there that believe that you have powers because you
Oh my,
do.
yes.
I don't even want to get into it because it really upsets me, and I'm just like, come on, dude. And I've
Is
seen these
that
exposure
witchcraft?
videos.
Is
Have you ever
that
seen that?
voodoo?
Exactly. Have you ever seen those exposure videos where they're telling you like, oh, this person has a demon, and then you're watching it and they're just doing like a double lift, and you're like, come on, bro.
I'm pretty sure I've seen those, but yeah,
It's
it's like,
it's
come
pretty
on.
hilarious because most magicians will know, I want to say a good 90% of those methods, and you're just sitting there rolling your eyes like, come on, you really think that this is like demon related?
Right.
That's
I'm like,
horrible.
it's not that deep, y'all. It's just entertainment. I've had
Exactly.
this one table. This happened to me a couple times, but I think it was like 10 people at a table, and I said, "Hey, I'm the restaurant entertainer," and they were like, "Oh, we're Catholic. We're not allowed to see this." I said, "Okay, you have a good day." And another
Yeah.
table, it was like a couple. Yeah, it was a couple, and he said, "Oh, we're Christian. We can't," or something. I said, "Oh, same thing. Have a good day." Now,
I
there's a difference between doing card tricks and then doing seances. Hey, I summoned.
exactly.
No, I don't do. No.
This is a conversation that I have often, because I am Christian, and I study theology, so I study Christian theology, and then also study other religions.
Mhm.
And what people miss a lot of the times is you have to go to the original text and the original translation for those words. So, for example, when you see Moses and Aaron going to the Pharaoh, and he goes up against the magicians, the
Yeah,
actual word that was used was sorcerer. So then you have to look into the difference. Well, what's the difference between a magician and sorcerer? Well, a magician or a magi, right, is translated into wise man, meaning you have knowledge that others don't possess. Sounds like a magician to me. Which also, for example, the three wise men that come and visit Jesus Christ at his birth, or when he was born a couple days later, um, those were considered magi,
mhm.
interestingly enough. Now, sorcerer, meaning like you are someone who is conjuring demons, you're doing all that type of
Yeah,
stuff that we don't do. So those lines should not be crossed because there's two different things. Obviously, we're entertainers. We use sleight of hand and we perform for people to make them laugh and smile, and that's not an evil thing.
right. Yep, I completely agree. I have nothing to add to that. You said it perfectly.
This is something I've studied for a long time. Trust me, I've had to repeat myself.
Yeah, because the magicians in Moses' time, they actually did some crazy things. Like,
Yes.
so I ain't doing
But that's
nothing.
sorcery through worshiping, I don't know if whether it's foreign deities or
Demons and
demons
stuff.
or
Yeah,
what all this type of stuff, right? We don't do that.
yeah.
There is no, that just doesn't exist. I don't
Like
know.
I can't.
There might be people out there that do that type of stuff, but I'm saying
Yeah,
that doesn't exist for performers who are actually using sleight of hand. We're not using sleight of hand, but okay, now I'm gonna ask the devil to help me. Like, That
Yeah.
just come on,
Like one of my,
Now I do believe there are entertainers out there that
yeah,
are
yeah, of
doing some sketchy, fucked up shit. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I think that exists.
This one lady at my restaurant, I think it was like a year ago. I did a trick for her, and she went, "Can you read my palm?" I said, "Ma'am, I don't do that. I don't do that." I should have said yes. You gonna give me like $1,000 tip. That's what your palm says. Yeah.
It's funny because you can ask any mentalist to watch any like psychic on TV or psychic whatever here, and they're always full of shit. They're always doing the same exact tricks that we magicians and mentalists have been doing for hundreds of years.
Mhm. I don't do mentalism though, but you do.
Yeah, yeah, I do a little bit of mentalism. I kind of
Okay.
incorporate it with the card effects and stuff like that. I like
Mhm.
it. Mentalism is really strong. People react great to it. I just, it's the same thing with the card effects. I don't want to convey it as being real. I want to convey it as entertainment. And I think that there
Mhm.
needs to be that separation because once you have people believing that you're reading their minds and you're doing all this stuff, it, you want them to believe uh, sort of I don't understand what he's doing and it's
Mhm.
amazing, but not that I have real powers and I'm doing all this XYZ. That's how I look at it.
It's kind of like who is his name? Oz Perlman. Ooze.
Yeah, Oz
He's
Perlman.
he, he's good.
He's
But
very good.
he said it's not like he doesn't really. He said I read people, not minds. That's what he says a
Right.
lot. A lot. Yeah.
Um, I don't really see a problem with that because he has fallen into a little bit of a controversy recently where people are saying that he is impersonating like a body language expert, but he's not because he's not
Yeah.
doing what a body language expert would do for a job. He is entertaining, and that's the difference.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
it's obvious if you go into a Oz Perlman show, you're not going there to watch somebody's body get read for interrogation purposes or anything like that a body language expert would actually be doing. You're
Yeah.
there for entertainment, and
Hmm.
that's I think where the line is.
Do you believe in hypnosis?
Well, yeah, hypnosis is real for sure. I know a little bit of hypnosis, which is one of the funny things that I do all the time is when I get people's hands stuck like this, which is a test. So I've dipped my toes into the water and I'm playing around with it. That's the only thing I feel confident 100% in doing is getting people's fingers stuck together because that's fun. But and it's not that
Mm.
difficult. And then you can see how perceptive someone is to hypnosis because the thing about hypnosis is for it to work the participant must want it to work. So I cannot hypnotize someone who does not want to be hypnotized. So if you are a willing participant, then you can be hypnotized. And that's the only way.
And it's all in the mind. That's so
I
wild.
can't make you do anything you don't want to do.
That's true. And that's anything
Yeah.
in life, really. You have a
It's
choice.
fun. That's why literally it's called the power of suggestion.
Yep. Yep. And they say
It's
you
a
can
fun
use
thing to look into. It's
they
fun
say
to
you
look
can
into.
use
It's
they say you can use that in business to get
oh yeah,
job to get like anything, really.
it's true.
Power of suggestion. Yeah.
I do a little bit of mentalism, a little bit of hypnosis. I kind of mix them in, or pseudo hypnosis. All this stuff mixed together. Like I use a pendulum. One
Mhm.
of my favorite people that does a lot of card work, and he also does mentalism and pseudo hypnosis and that type of stuff. Besides Peter Turner, because Peter Turner's the man. Peter Turner's great, right? But I also love Luke Germain. And I have this book here, which is really good. He has so many great card effects here. Unfortunately, this book is super hard to find, but Luke
Mhm.
Germain, look into his work. He's phenomenal,
You gonna have to
especially
DM
when
me
it
on
comes
this.
to. I got to, bro. I can give you so many good recommendations. The only thing about the books is they are time consuming. That's the thing that
Mhm.
really sucks to really absorb the information. Books are super time consuming versus like video, right? And if you're a visual learner, video is better. So there's a lot of this material that you can probably find in a video format somewhere. But I like the books because it's something that's generational, and I teach my daughter, right? So she's it's like mem deck. She's got the first five cards down, which is pretty impressive considering how long it took me. So I'm teaching her. She's 7 years old,
Hmm.
and she's learning all this, how to do this stuff. She's learning a little bit of sleight of hand, how the stuff works behind the scenes and all that. So I figure little by little I can teach her, and then by the time she's my age, she could be a professional if she would like to.
That's what's up. Speaking of which, a couple of weeks ago, I did a trick at my restaurant. Father and son, I did a trick for him, and then the following Sunday they came back. He's like, "Hey man, my son wants to show you a trick," and he said, "Because of me,
Oh, nice.
I inspired him." He said that very same day when he left the restaurant, they went on Amazon, got him a magic coin kit like I did when I was a kid. And
Yeah.
then he showed me the coin trick that following Sunday and the card disappearing trick. And he's 8 years old. You know how 8, you know how much that meant to me? The same day he
Imagine
went,
when you're like 50 and this guy walks up to you and then you realize it's that kid and he's
man,
like, you inspired me.
don't bring me to tears, it's too early.
Yo, I'm telling you, bro, that's
This
that more than likely that's gonna happen.
this and then a couple years ago at this one restaurant, like I said, I do a lot of restaurants. I'm not at this current restaurant no more, but it was the dad, the son, and the grandma, I think. So I did a trick for their table, and then after I was done, he can't. He's like, "Hey, come in for a minute." So the father walked me over a couple feet away from the table, and I'm thinking, "Uh oh, what did I do?" He's like, "Man, we had a death in the family, and what you're doing is taking our mind off of that, and I really
Oh
appreciate that. You know how
man.
much that meant to me?
Ah,
I don't even know you, and that's
that's
what I
heart
did,
melting stuff.
and that's what it makes it so worth it because you just never know what people are going through, you know.
That's oh man,
And it's
that's
something
such a
that's
good point.
and it's something as simple as sheets of paper can make someone happy once you break it down.
The old pasteboard.
Mm-hmm. How do you say it? Prestidigitation.
Prestidigitation. I like that. I've never heard that one.
You never heard that?
I've never heard that, bro. That's great.
That's what it's called. It's called card. It's another word. It's called prestidigitation. That's called card. It's another word for card
Prestidigitation.
tricks. Hmm.
No shit, dude. I
Bro,
like that. I'm gonna use
how'd you
that.
not know that?
I,
I'm shocked.
I don't know. I'm
I'm
surprised I wasn't in card college.
I'm shocked.
That's another
Presti,
couple good books that you need to get.
what?
Card College by Roberto Giovi. Card College. These.
Oh, that's what I mean. Yeah, I said what I said. Card encyclopedia. That's what I meant. Yeah, card college.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Actually, I also have the Encyclopedia of Card Tricks too,
Hmm.
which is also another good one. It's mostly words though, so if you're a visual learner, that one's like so brief descriptions, but you can kind of play with it and get some really good information out of there.
How long you been doing the cards or the magic?
So, I used to do it in high school. That's when I originally started. Well, I started earlier. I learned an effect in a book that I actually still have here, which is Carl Foll's Self-Working Mental Magic. And
Hmm.
I learned an effect in there, which essentially was using the 10 to 20 force.
I'm typing something
Uh,
into Google. I'm listening though.
Okay. Essentially using the 10 to 20 force. And I learned that. And that was the moment when I realized, hey, I can actually do this type of stuff. Of course, I grew up watching David Blaine, 97's Street Magic special. I watch all his specials every time they came on TV. I was like, nah, y'all got to get out of here. I got to watch this. This is my jam right here. Right. So that got me into it. And then once I learned something, I was like, wow, oh, I can do this. I was at a book fair. Everybody was required to get like two books at the book fair in elementary school, and that was one of the ones I was like, oh, this looks interesting. I guess I'll check this one out here. And so I took it home and I learned something from it, and right there, that sparked the idea. I always loved playing cards since I was young, before I
Oh,
even know what to do with them. I
hmm.
always loved them. Just I don't know. There's some a feeling about them, something strange about
Oh
them that
yeah,
I
it
really
feels
like.
especially brand new cards.
Yeah. So I started getting into it heavily in high school, which was like the bud era of like illusionists and all these companies. Like, oh, you can actually buy this type of material online. I had no idea. So that was that introduction there. And then life hit. So ended up going. I went to college. I did all the life stuff and craziness. How life intervenes, as they say. And then when my girl got pregnant with my daughter, I somehow, some way fell back into it. So I've
Mm,
been doing it 8 years straight since that point, and that's where I really started to develop.
mm,
And
okay,
that's where I am now.
okay. I like that. Everybody got a story to tell.
That is true, and that's one of the reasons I'm doing this. One of the reasons I'm doing this. I like to talk to people. I like to make connections. I've made so many friends just talking to people. There's so many good people out there, and I
Right.
want to know their story. I want everybody else to know their story too.
Yeah, man. But I was typing in. Let me. There it is. That's how you spell it. Press digitation. You see it?
Prestidigitation, yeah.
It
Well,
says it is. Hold on. Let me
if I have heard of this, maybe I forgot it, but I that doesn't ring a bell. But it's so awesome. I'm gonna use it now.
press.
I'm
Yeah,
taking
but
that, man.
no one even says that though. But it's like I guess it's an old term. But prestidigitation, or sleight of hand, is the art of performing magic tricks and illusions, usually quick, dexterous hand movements to deceive an audience. Prestidigitation.
Dude, I like that.
But
I mean,
yeah,
you hear paste boards pretty often, but I'm gonna start using that one now. I'm gonna throw some people for a loop.
they're like, what? What do you mean? But I never say that though. Let me show you some prestidigitation. No, I just like let me show you a card trick. You know.
I
Oh,
think
that's
that would be an interesting opener, right? Because people are like, well,
it.
what
Would
is
be.
that? Let me show you.
Yeah, it would be. When when you now do you do performance like do you do street magic or no? I
Yeah,
need to
yeah.
check out
I
your
just
content.
I don't often record it because I don't have anybody there to record it with me. Like recently, I was at the barber shop and I performed a really good eight can, and there was nobody there to record it.
Mhm,
And I could have asked one of the other barbers, but everybody's like cutting hair, or there's people sitting there waiting on their
mhm,
phone. So I didn't want to bother anybody. I just performed for my barber. Funny story, actually. I was there, and he had his lockbox, and he locked it. He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna call a locksmith to open this up." I'm looking. I said, "You ain't got to do that, bro. I know how to pick locks." So now he's looking at me
What?
crazy, right? Because yeah, he doesn't know. He doesn't like. This is the first time I met this guy. I ended up going to a new barbershop. The other one's closed because this place was open on Sunday. And he's looking at me crazy. I'm like, yeah, man. So he didn't really believe me. I could see it in his face. I went home, got my lock pick set, went over there, picked this lock in like, I don't know, 90 seconds, somewhere around there.
Mhm,
And he's looking at me. He's like, damn, bro, I really appreciate that. So he's like, yo, I got your next cut free. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go back. So he doesn't really know I'm a magician. So we're having a conversation. I'm talking
mhm,
to him, and I'm getting some information out of him. He's telling me he likes to go to the casino. The last time he hit big, he hit on the roulette table for 23 red or black. I can't remember. So I used that information, and I asked him, "Do you have a favorite number?" So I got to a favorite card, right, which was like the eight
okay,
of hearts or some shit like that, and I knew the number he hit last time. So I used that to create an A can, right, and any card at any number. And I was like, when we're having conversation, because I'm just sitting there in the chair, we're having this conversation. I said, you hit really big on 23. That's your lucky number, right? And you say your favorite card is the eight of hearts, right? So I have him take the cards out himself and deal them down to 23. Lo and behold, the eight of hearts right there. And that would
what?
have been a great video, but I didn't get
You
anybody
should,
to record it.
yeah, that would have been.
There's so much shit that I do all the time. Like I need a cameraman. Either
Or
that, or I was thinking about getting like meta
glasses.
glasses.
Yeah,
Yes, I've been thinking about doing that. It's a little bit of an investment, but I might go ahead
yeah.
with that because
It's
that type
it's
of
like
content's been really good. Like
yeah,
right now with yeah, people love it.
it's like $300 though.
Yeah, that's the bad part.
Even when you have them, and I don't like that. I think you can see like the white or the flash or whatever. It stays on. I don't like that because
Oh
people be
yeah, we're
like,
gonna we gonna hit that thing with the Sharpie or some paint or something.
because probably people be going like, why is that thing on? You know what I mean? So it would ruin the approach. I would think,
Black
but
felt.
people are still doing it though. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. I don't know. There might be other options out there also besides meta glasses that I can look into. That's high def, high
You,
definition cameras that are in glasses. There's got to be more options.
you can do a GoPro. I got a GoPro. It goes right here.
Oh, okay.
That's an investment too. That's like $300. So,
Yeah.
but I just
Clip
normally
it to
do.
the hat, right?
Yeah, you can do that too.
Yeah.
But I
I
just
was thinking
do.
about that.
If there's a group of people, I just have one of their friends record for me because I don't
Oh,
have a
okay.
cameraman. I don't have a cameraman.
Bro, this whole time I thought you had a cameraman. And the funny part, I'm like, damn, this cameraman's pretty good. He's like, so you're telling me you just get the spectators to help out?
Yeah.
Dog, that's crazy. I swear I thought you had a cameraman, bro. I was like, he's got somebody there with him.
Why is that crazy though? If they're doing it for me.
Oh, it's not crazy. It's crazy that I don't know. People instinctively now, like we're doing the camera angles so well. Everything's in frame. It looks great, is what I'm saying.
Really?
It's wild. Yeah. I mean, every time I've watched your videos, I always thought in my head, at least, that you had a cameraman
Oh no, those
or
are all
somebody there
strangers.
helping you out.
Those are all strangers doing it for me.
Wow, that's crazy.
And some of the shots are not good. When I get home, I'll be so mad. I'm like, I told y'all to. Yeah, sometimes they don't get it right. The videos that you
I
don't
was
see
gonna ask that.
posted, the videos
Yeah,
that you don't see posted are most likely the ones that they didn't record right. I
I was gonna
remember,
ask that too. Like,
I
if
remember
you're
once,
picking and choosing the good ones.
I remember one time when I had it landscape, right? I keep getting that
Mhm.
okay, vertical, horizontal, right?
Yeah.
They were filming horizontal, and when I do it horizontal, I always say, make sure you get me from the waist up. And they completely did not do that. I was so heated.
Damn.
Literally pointing at people's feet. Bro, I'm like,
Are you serious?
yep,
Wow. So like everything chest up is missing.
yep.
Oh man,
Or kind of,
that's
or
crazy.
a few shots, and then they just panned, and they just didn't know how to record. I'm thinking, come on,
Damn.
cameraman only have one job.
Another question I want to ask, because this is something I noticed in the videos that I think is just fucking great, right? What's up with the drip, bro? You got some good ass drip, bro. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
What
What's
you
up with the
mean?
drip, bro? I
I'll
be
be
seeing the geese and shit that you be wearing, and I'm just
the
like,
what?
yo, I like that. The
Hold on,
like
the
the
what?
martial arts shirts, like the geese and shit that
Yeah.
you be, bro. I fuck with it hard.
Um, hold on. I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you into my life a minute. You know,
Oh, that's what this is all about.
that's
Yes,
that's
sir. That's what I
yeah.
like. My boy got the
This
real drip.
yeah. That's what I wear. That's it. Like I fell in love with
Oh,
this
bro.
style of
Yeah.
clothing. 'Cause you don't see people. You don't see people. You don't see people wearing this hardly.
No,
Especially don't see
but
no black people wearing it.
it's comfortable. I mean, maybe back in the days, bro. I grew up watching a lot of martial arts movies and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was a martial artist for 15 years
What?
before I hurt my back real bad. That was like my main thing, aside from magic or anything else. It was martial arts for a very long time.
Like, and I like wearing like type, uh, Middle Eastern type. Hold on,
Yeah,
Middle Eastern type wear. I know this is wrinkled, but it's like a
yeah,
long shirt. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You know
The
how they wear in the
linens,
Middle
yeah,
East? It like goes down to here.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I like those type of fits. Yeah,
Comfortable, bro. They
that's
know how
my
to be
drip.
comfortable. That's for sure.
Yeah, I had this dude at Walmart. He's like, man, I like that shirt. It was one of those Chinese shirts that I was wearing.
Yeah,
I just like being different, man. You know,
I feel you, bro.
I
I
like
think
being
that's one of the things that stood out to me also when I was watching your video. I think the first one I watched, you had one of those shirts on, and then that's like the one thing that made me not skip. I was like, "Yo, what's up with that drip, bro? That drip's gas. I love it."
yeah, it's different. I like being different, and not only that, it looks good on me. You know what I'm saying? So
It suits you. It suits you for sure.
someone actually said that too. Like, man, that look fits you. I said, oh, they was like,
It
I
does
couldn't
for
pull
sure.
that. He said, I can't pull that off. I said, oh,
I think it's one of those things that not everybody could pull off, but you seem to pull it off just fine. And I see you got the Gambit shirt on too, X-Men style, straight up.
yes, sir. He's the best. He's the best. Have you seen
Yes.
Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, bro.
Man,
About to make
when
a
a
name for myself.
man, when he went like this, like shh, and then threw it out, I'm like, oh man, this is what we've been
That's dope.
missing. Get me in there. Get the
Yeah,
Black Gambit in there.
let's do it, bro. Hey, they got the Doomsday coming out. X-Men gonna be in that.
Yep. Yes.
Yeah,
Gambit's gonna be in there.
I heard, bro. That's gonna be dope. Yeah, they're bringing it back. They're bringing back quite a few people from the
Right.
original cast and stuff. So that's gonna be cool.
I wish they would stop with all the that this it's too bloated. I just don't know why there has to be so many people. I think
I,
that's gonna
I
take away,
I
you know.
agree. I think the Russo brothers are pretty good with handling so many characters like that. Fortunately, that is one of their strong suits. What they're gonna do, I have no idea if they're gonna do well or not with this new film coming out. But I'm gonna watch it and hopefully it's good.
Yeah, me too. I just wish they would have had somebody else besides Robert play Doom.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's a little off-putting.
Right.
It's
They could
just,
have
I guess if it makes sense story-wise, I gotta see. I gotta watch it before I talk shit.
yeah, yeah, that's with anything, but still I just wish they should have recast it. But who knows? It might be good.
Yeah, it might be good. I mean, is he just playing like a variant, and then there's gonna be a reveal of the like an ultimate Doom or something
I
like
hope
that? I don't
not.
know.
I don't want no multiverse. Just give me something grounded, Marvel.
It seems like we're in the era of multiverse, though. Unfortunately, we're gonna get a lot of variants of everything. I even heard Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man's in this one.
Really?
That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true or not. Take that with a grain of salt.
Mhm. I was speaking of Spider Man. I plan on seeing Spider Man, the fourth one, Brand New Day.
Yeah, yeah,
Hopefully,
yeah. It's gonna be good,
hopefully,
right?
yeah. Hopefully that's gonna be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of Spider-Man movies too.
Who was the best?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm I like Toby as Spider-Man. I like the first two films probably the most out of all of them. Not to take away from the others not being. I'm not saying the others aren't good,
Hmm.
but me, I don't know. Maybe it might be nostalgia, possibly. I really enjoyed those films growing up, so I think they hold a spot for me, a little extra special. Toby's Spider-Man.
Okay, I
What do you
disagree.
think? All right. Well, who's your favorite?
And Andrew Garfield, best
Okay.
Spider Man.
All right.
He's witty. He's energetic, but he didn't play a good Peter Parker. He was too cool to be Peter Parker.
Ooh, I agree with you there.
He didn't have. He doesn't have that nerd vibe.
I like the fact that Toby's Spider-Man is always like getting shit on. Like literally in the film, he's getting shit on by everybody. I feel like that's very much in that character
Especially
to
in the
get shit
second one.
on. Yeah, dude, exactly what I'm saying. So I like that. It makes the character more relatable. He's
Label,
having
yeah.
a hard time. His apartment's, not good. He can't pay his rent. Like I
Yeah.
don't know. I like those qualities that they put. I feel like that's very much in the character. So I really didn't. I did like that, and I like Sam Raimi as a director too.
Did you see the new Superman movie?
I did.
I was so disappointed.
I don't even want to talk about it. I like Superman. Listen, I'm a DC guy, right? Mostly. I think my favorite characters are in DC. Now I do love Marvel. Don't get me wrong now, but my favorite character is Batman, and I also really love Superman. And I did not like the Superman. I wanted to. That's the sad part. I really wanted to like this movie,
What you
but I
didn't?
didn't.
How come you didn't? What about it you didn't like?
How much time you got? Okay,
Narrow
so
it down.
I'm gonna okay. The number one thing is they destroyed Superman's parents as a character. I do not like what they did with the character, making him that he's going to come down and take over the planet. I felt like that was like they're like, hey, Invincible's popular, let's do that. I didn't agree with that. That's not in the comics. It's not comic accurate. It's not what I grew up with. I didn't want. I like those characters of Jarrell and Laura. I like those characters as who they are
Mhm.
in the comics. It sort of makes their noble sacrifice for their child meaningless by flipping the characters like that. Now, had they revealed Lex Luthor changed the video, changed the audio, but they left it in like, nope, that's the way it is. I did not like that at all. That to me, I've never rewatched it, and I probably won't because of that. That to me was like one of those things that was so jarring that pushed me so far away from liking this film that I probably won't watch it again.
But what about him as a character? Like during the movie,
Um,
didn't
Now,
you
as
not
an
like?
actor, I don't think he did bad as an actor. He's a little bit whiny. They made him a little bit weak,
Yeah,
um,
a little
which
bit, a
they made
little
him weak.
bit. Hold
Yeah,
on, wait a minute.
yeah, they made.
You said a
He
little
yelled.
bit
He
weak.
yelled. He yelled when the sun hit him. That's supposed to make him stronger, but he
Oh
yelled and
yeah.
screamed, "Ah, the sun's hitting me! I'm getting the suntan! Come on, man, get out of here with that."
You know how many
I
times he
don't.
got? You know how many times he got beat in his in the movie?
I
You're
don't. Yeah,
Superman. Why are you getting beat up? Why? They what's his name? James Gunn. He said, "Oh, we want to make him relatable. We want to make him more human." Why? No, I don't want to relate to him. He's literally a
he's
god in human
Superman.
form. He should be able to
Thank
spin the
you,
earth on his finger. I
bro.
don't want to
Superman's
relate.
supposed to be OP. That's why, like, you make Superman OP, you got to give him an OP villain, first of all. Lex Luthor's OP because of his intelligence, right? So that's one of the things that makes him so cunning and so difficult for Superman to face.
And he was crying.
That also, he was a little bitch too.
Yeah.
No, bro, I don't know. I did not like this movie. There's so many things. The parents things really bothered me in the core because, like, I don't know.
And then
The
the,
core of that character
and then the
fucked up.
girl with the black goo. I'm like, you can't
Yeah,
beat her.
right.
Man,
That
I'm
was,
done.
yeah. That's what I felt like when I finished that film. I felt like I'm done.
Yeah. On a happier
It,
note,
ta- it takes the breath out of me just thinking about
yeah.
it. But we could talk films all day, man. I'm a big film buff, actually. I love film. Do
Have
you
you
have
seen
a favorite film?
how much time you got?
Hey, man, listen, I got all day. Not really, but I got plenty of time.
Favorite film? That's a hard question.
It is very difficult.
I don't have a favorite. I have many favorites.
Okay,
Would you like to hear them?
bro, give them to me.
Matrix,
Awesome, love it.
first one. Um, John Wick, chapter one, two, and four. Three is a little bit iffy. Sinners
I haven't seen Sinners yet. How good is it?
is good, man.
I have
Check it
to.
out.
I've heard good things, but I haven't watched it. I got to sit down and watch that one.
Yeah, that's good. And I know there's more. I'm just not thinking of them. But that's just a selected few. I like action. I'm not really a romantics type of film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like martial arts movies too? I mean, just
Yeah.
guessing
Oh yeah, yeah. I
by
like
your attire.
I've seen It Man. That's those good
Yeah,
movies.
Ip Man.
What other
Yeah, for
good
sure.
what other good martial arts movies are there?
How much time you got? I feel like we're
Not
gonna
all
be
day,
floating this
but
line around. So martial arts movies. Ip Man is great. Have you seen Jet Li's Fearless?
I have not.
Oh man, that's one of my favorites.
Fearless. Okay.
Fearless is it's also it's based on a true story. I don't want to spoil anything
Is
because
that
it's
when he gets
actually
poisoned?
yes,
Okay,
yes, that's the one.
I saw a clip of that at the end.
No, no, watch the whole movie. You got to see the whole
Okay.
movie. It's a beautiful movie. I'm gonna put it like that.
Okay. I've seen
They
Romeo
have some
Must
great
Die.
fight scenes too.
Okay.
Romeo Must Die. Yeah, that's an old school one. That's what
Mhm.
on DMX.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
where my dog's at. Yeah,
Mhm. Yep.
I like that.
And he died. Didn't
Um,
he die 2 years ago? Was it 2 years ago?
yeah, it
Something
was
like that.
yeah, 2 years ago or a few years ago, man. That was sad, bro.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I
DMX. I
do
used to
have,
listen to a lot of DMX.
yeah, my brother did too. Enter the Dragon, classic.
Gotta have that.
And yeah, what type of movies you like?
I like a little bit of everything, honestly. It just has to touch me, and you know, or I don't know. I just have to give me a feeling. I got to feel something from it.
Mhm.
But I have like a list of 100 of my favorite movies, and I'm still like constantly adding stuff to that list. I think I'm like in the 90s right now, so I have quite a few on my 100 greatest films list. Um, my favorite film of all time, and me personally, is going to be Kill Bill, Volume One, Volume Two, put together, the whole bloody affair, whatever you want to say. That's
Mhm.
probably my favorite film of all time.
They're making another movie called She Will Kill You. Have you seen that preview?
Oh yeah, with uh oh man, what's her name, bro? Doesn't she play Domino and
That I don't know, but she looks like. I mean, it looks like a copycat of Kill Bill.
I don't yeah, but They Will Kill You or something like that. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That shit looks dope.
It just looks like a copycat of what we done seen. I'd rather go back and see Uma do her thing.
I mean, I agree with you there. I went to the theater and I saw the 4 hour cut of the original film, The Whole Bloody Affair, which was great.
Okay, Kill
Yeah.
Bill, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a cut of the film. The original cut of the film is a 4 hour movie. Of course, they had them cut it into two films, and it's brilliant. I think it hits differently when you watch it all in one span. So it's really, really, really good, bro. I'd recommend it if you haven't seen it.
Okay. Well, of course, I've seen Kill Bill, but I haven't seen it like all. It's like like
It has some new footage. There's
new.
new footage
Okay.
in there. There's a couple few lines that are changed here and there. The fight with the crazy 88 and when she goes to get Oren, that entire fight scene is now it's uncut, unedited, not in black and white. So it's the full bloody gore, and it's pretty wild.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check
I
that
am
out.
a I am a huge Kill Bill fan, actually. That's my shit right there, bro. I love it.
What about
I
Django?
I fucking love Django, bro. That's one of my favorites right there. I
Mm-hmm.
really, really, really love that movie, bro. One of my favorite. Matter of fact, Quentin Tarantino and as a whole is one of my favorite directors for sure.
Mm-hmm. You know who was
But
supposed to be? You know who was supposed to be Django?
who?
Will Smith, but he turned it down.
What?
Yep.
Bro, that could have been one of his biggest films, bro. That's crazy. He also
Yep.
turned down Neo in the Matrix.
I know. Yep.
I know he's kicking himself in the ass for that one.
Right. He punched in the air.
He's
He's-
slapping invisible Chris Rocks and shit,
right.
man.
That's I was just thinking that. But he's actually doing a documentary. He's actually doing a documentary on Netflix about nature or something like that. Pole to
Yeah, I
pole.
saw that. He's going around the globe, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, have you seen David Blaine's documentary?
Oh no, I
Well,
haven't seen it.
yeah,
The Nat Geo.
Do Not Attempt.
Yeah, I haven't. I saw one episode. I haven't seen them all. I
Well,
haven't seen them all.
that's one of the greatest shows I think I've ever seen on Nat Geo. Period.
Mm,
The I I don't even know how to explain. Like, how does a human being go somewhere and find these amazing people and then learn to do what they do, and you can die instantly doing
mm.
all of these things. He just learns to do them, and he does them. It's fucking blows my mind.
Like he does it within how long? Like how long does it take for him to do it?
I'm not sure. I think some of these things might be within months. Some of these things, might be within weeks. So, I mean, I think when he did the Cobra, to kiss the Cobra, I think that took him a couple months to learn. I mean,
Mm,
understandably why, because you're flirting with death right there. That's just pure,
yeah,
yeah, that's
yeah.
pure death. So that one was crazy because they're like first they teach him to tap the Cobra on the head and all this crazy shit. I'm just like nuts.
Yeah, I
Absolutely,
wouldn't.
he's a very unique human being. That's for sure.
Who he is. He does a lot of endurance, like endurance stuff. I meant to ask you, when you approach people, how do you approach them when you want to do a trick for them? What do you say?
Usually my go-to line say, "Hey, can I show you something?" I already have the cards out.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
then I'll explain. I'm a magician. I'm doing a little bit of walk around. One of the lines that I often use is letting them know I want to try something. I just need to practice, and that gives a little bit of a leeway to get in with some of the people who would be like, "No, I'm not interested," or they might be curious to see what you have. Um,
Yeah,
but
I've learned
when
it.
you say when you say I want to try something, that's sort of like implying this may not work. And sometimes
Mhm.
I think people want to see you mess
Yeah,
up,
yeah,
or they want to, or it also gives you an out saying, I'm going to try something. I'm not promising you this is going to work, but it's a weird thing with wording.
yep.
Um, how do you do it?
That's the same thing. I say this might not work, or I say I've been practicing. I say I'm just practicing. I want to see if this works. Oh,
It's a
but
good entry.
it
Yeah,
is because they're thinking, oh, okay, he's new at this. Let's see if he gets it right. But little do they know.
right.
Yeah,
Sparks
but
that curiosity.
mhm. when I'm so when you approach him, you say, "Can I show you?" Is that what you say?
Yeah, I say something. Yeah, I mean, I'm very impromptu in everything I do. Like
Hmm.
I'll plan some stuff out sometimes, but I'm very impromptu in the sense of when it like my dialogue. I'll have a set like routines that I have things written out to say, but I kind of play with it and I'm impromptu with it and adding things and taking things away as I see fit. So like even these interviews that I do, none of this is scripted. This is all impromptu, off the top. I don't I have like certain questions that I know I'm going to ask that I
Hmm.
tend to ask everybody, but I like to see where the conversation goes and um, go along with it.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
When
when I
I
walk up to somebody, it might be those exact lines. It might be a little bit different, but it's along those lines more than likely.
Okay. So you always ask them if you ask them if they want to see, right?
Sometimes I'll do something like I'll do a color change as I'm walking by them, and
Or they'd be
or
like,
something like that. Exactly, and I'm like, "Hey, would you like to see something?"
hmm.
Sure,
Or
it could be one of those cases.
I've done the Pharaoh shuffle, and they'd be like,
Yes.
because it creates such a
Now,
noise.
though, I think the Pharaoh Shuffle is so impressive to people that haven't seen it before because
Hmm.
they're thinking like, how the hell is this guy shuffling like an ATM machine? You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. I haven't done this yet, but I thought about shuffling and then accidentally dropping a card for them to pick up. I'm like, oh, well, thank you for handing me that. Here, let me show you. I thought about doing. I haven't done that though yet. I think that'd be smart. But what I do,
That's interesting.
it is right. But what
Like
I
a
do,
oops moment. Yeah.
yeah, because then they're like, oh, he made a mistake. Of course, I want to see him make another mistake. But when I'm performing, because you asked me how I do it, right? How do I
Yeah.
when I never ask. That's my thing. When I'm in the street, I never ask them if they want to see. I don't want to give them the option to say no to me. You're gonna see my trick. That's just where it is. So
Interesting.
I have the cards in my hand. I always say, let me show you something. Not if or can I. I say let me. So that eliminates them saying, I mean, I still get no's, but that's just
But
what I do.
they're giving you permission,
Mhm.
essentially.
I'm
I
very
see what you're
I'm
saying.
very demanding when I do this. So yeah, I'm like
That's a good point
taking
because you need to control your audience. So that's good audience management off the get go. So they're already learning that it's a permission thing, right?
I'll be like, here, excuse me, take a card out. That's it. I don't say I'm a magician. I don't say I'm walking around. I don't want them, I don't care. Just see the trick I'm about to show you. And that's it. And
I
sometimes they
like that.
say, then they ask me what my name is, and I tell them. That's crazy. Sometimes I don't. I just don't tell them what my name is. I want you to see the trick. That's all I need you for. The rest is irrelevant. That's just how my mind works.
I
I do
like
this,
that.
or I do this. I walk up and say, "Hey, tell me when to stop," and they're like, "Oh, stop." I said, "That's your card." Then I go into the trick like that. Yeah, I don't
I like
ask.
that. That's a good way to think about it because uh, I think sometimes if you walk up, you tell them you're a magician, that already sets a bar for expectation. Where if you
Yeah.
don't say anything and you just do something amazing, they'll be less expecting it. If that
Hmm.
makes sense. I don't know, my
Yeah.
wording might be a little crazy there, but
Yeah. Yep.
that's a really good point. That's a valid point. I like that.
Yeah. Yep. That's how I do it.
Interesting.
Let me show you. So you should try that. Be like, hey man, let me show you this. Or hey girl, let me show you this.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try that out.
And
I'll
record
let
it
you know.
and
Yeah.
post it so I can see it.
Okay. I do a lot of walk around at like little parties and stuff like that, so I can probably
Mhm.
get somebody. Um, I haven't tried Walmart yet, but that is something that's on my
That's my
list. I definitely
thing.
want to try it. Oh man, I kind of tried it
I'm
one
messing.
time.
Yeah, I'm messing. I have
I'm not gonna lie,
have you done
I've been itching for it.
done it at the mall before?
Yeah, we have a mall here, but the only thing is this mall's so dead. That's
Oh,
the bad part. Is it'd be harder to find people. I got to go when it's busy.
okay.
I,
Because
I thought about that too, though.
I've done it at the mall before. That's a nice place to do it. And
Yeah,
I've been stopped by security. They said it was solicitation. And I said, I'm not even
selling
asking for money.
anything.
Right. I'm
Yeah,
just showing. I thought that was
you're
kind
not
of weird.
soliciting anything. It's everything's voluntary, and you're not selling anything.
Hmm. Yeah.
You might have to walk around with a definition of solicitation form.
Something. Yeah.
That's crazy.
A couple years ago. Have you been to Mall of Georgia?
No, I don't think so. No,
How far is, you said you live in Cartersville? How far is that from Beaufort,
about
Georgia?
45 minutes. Oh, from Buford. Uh, dude, Georgia's so big. I don't even know where Buford is. To be honest with you,
Oh, okay. It's
is
hard for me
that
to.
it's like South Georgia? Are we talking east,
It's
west?
like north, kind of. It's like north, 40 minutes from Alpharetta, 40 minutes from Atlanta,
Okay,
north, kind of.
North of Atlanta.
Yeah, well,
Okay, okay. So I might have a
it's in
general
Gwinnett,
idea of where it's at.
in Gwinnett County.
Okay, it's been a while too. I haven't lived in Georgia since, oh man, I want to say 2016, something like that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I've hopped around quite a bit,
Mhm.
and I just came back to Florida like I don't know about 9 years ago. So
Okay.
I'm originally from New York.
Okay. Well, a couple of years
Yeah.
ago at Mall of Georgia, um, I was performing and the security guy said, he stopped me and said, "Hey man, you can't do that." And he told me a story of how a magician was doing a trick in a store. I think he said he was doing the cups and ball thing or something in the store to this girl, and she lost or something, and she lost. You know how you like you lose, you don't get it right, and you lose or something like that. Like you lost
Yeah.
the. I guess they were playing for money, and
Okay. Well, that is gambling. That
right,
that's the difference. Yeah.
and she didn't have the money. So guess what happened? Him and his friend ran a train on her in the dressing room. So that put a
What?
that put a little stint on me. You know what I'm saying? Because that makes me look bad if a magician is doing that to her.
That's horrible.
You know. But that was a couple years ago. So hopefully things have died down to where I can, that story doesn't come up.
That's crazy, bro. That's horrible. I mean, you should tell them, say, I'm Black Gambit, not Black Gambler.
Yeah.
You know, what I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, three card Monty. You see that all the time in New York. People getting hustled with three card
Yeah.
Monty.
The people been
So
saying I've been told to go to New York and do this. Like they do this a lot
yeah,
in New York. I said, I'm pretty sure. Like on the subway and stuff and
yeah.
everything.
Even on the street, too. Like
Yeah.
usually right there where the entrances are to the subways and stuff, because there's so much traffic there.
Mm.
And it's a scam. It's a scam. There's always somebody that's there
Oh yeah.
with the person doing the scam, and they're winning. You see them winning, and you think, "Oh, I'm going to be able to win." Sometimes they'll let you win the first one. Sometimes they'll take your money right away. So
Yep.
they'll try to wrap you up in it.
Oh yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah. And I mean, obviously, we know you're not going to win.
Yeah, it's stacked against you, just like going to
Yep.
casino. Believe it or not, I've never been to a casino,
Really?
but the odds are always stacked against you. They don't want you winning.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a gambler. I'm not much of a gambler. I don't really go to the casino neither. I've been, of course, but um, yeah, I'm not that big on gambling. I don't like playing with my money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, this is crazy though. So tell me, have you had any like really, really wild experiences performing for people, either in Walmart or anywhere else doing walk around? Like any interesting stories? Because I know every magician's got one or two like really crazy
It's,
stories.
it's so. I actually thought about you asking me something like that because I have so many. You know how when you have so many things in your head and you can't think of one because it's so muffled.
I hate that.
And I remember I had a good experience, and I should have wrote it down, but I literally can't because of the. I know this one lady. She ran at the restaurant. She got up out of her chair. She like ran and then came back and sat down. I mean that's typical.
Yeah.
I can't think of. Yeah, I can't think of any. Well, I mean the normal. They just some people just scream. Oh,
All right. Let me ask.
wait,
Oh, good.
wait a minute. This one. I think the craziest one was 9 years ago, 2017, at Walmart. I did a trick for these teenagers. He was sitting in the cart, and I did a trick, and he jumped up out of the cart and ran down the aisle, and then came right back. But he was so frantic. He could have, like, if the customer was walking this way, he could have jumped out and hit a child or something. But you had. I think I need to re-upload it. You have to see his reaction. He's like, he literally jumped like out of the
Yo, send me
cart.
a link. Send me a
I
link
gotta.
when this is
I
all
think
over. I gotta see that.
I can't. I think it's like the second video that I posted on Instagram. So I had to dig deep and go back and
Okay.
download it again.
I
I think
should be
that's
able
the
to find it
craziest.
then.
I think that's the craziest Walmart reaction. Yeah,
All right, let me
I
ask
can
you this:
think of.
what is your go-to effect? Would it be that the two card Monty, like you're telling me, being that you've practiced it so much,
You
or
know
is there
the
another effect that's your go-to?
the here now there trick.
Here now there.
The same. It's
Okay, so
the sandwich one.
right. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just do the one where it's just I just call it here and there. But this is pretty much the same thing. This is like the first trick I do for a customer. I just be like, hey, take a card out. Let's say it's let's say it's the nine of hearts, right? Can you see?
Yeah.
Hold on. Nine of hearts. I go like this, blah blah blah. Cut. And no one can do a DL like me, by the way. I'm just bragging. Watch. Boom, got it already. See how smooth? And I'll be like, that's not your card. Hand it to him. Do this. Ace is there, nine is there. That's my go-to. And it's so simple. But they be like, oh. And I did that at the bar on Friday
I
recently.
noticed you do the double Blaine double or
That's it.
David Blaine
But I
double
went
lift.
like this, and the girls at the bar went crazy over that on Friday. They're like, oh, did you see that?
Now,
So
have you
that's my
dipped your
go-to.
toes into doing a push off double lift?
What'd you say?
Have you dipped your toes yet into doing like a push off double lift?
It's kind of like that, but different. I just pinch like I don't like giving away the things on here
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
without them paying
Well,
for it.
well, here a push off would be like this. So I'd just push those two cards off as
Right.
one and flip them
Hmm.
over.
Okay,
Do
do that
do
again.
you? Okay, so I actually have a tutorial for this on my channel here.
See,
But
that's
you're
so
pushing
smooth. See, that's
off.
it. Hmm,
You're
yeah.
pushing off two cards,
Right.
right? And when you do it like this, it just seems like it's so free. You can have your hands empty, right? And then
Hmm.
you come over here and you're doing the same thing again. And there's variations of doing this, right? So
Yeah.
I could do the same thing here, right? And go to push off and then lift up here and then bring that card up
Hmm.
for
David does it
display
so
purpose.
David does it so
and then
smoothly.
and then right here, like so, I have it in the display here, and bring it right back over, and then
Hmm.
you have. Oh, look at that! I got a double backer there. I didn't even know
Hmm.
that. But yeah,
Good. But I do.
so good.
I don't do the pushover. I just pinch like this. I do the like
Yeah,
boom, got it. Already got it. And
yeah,
then
that is the same exact way that David does it. Yeah.
no, he doesn't. He doesn't even touch it. He
No.
does he does the pushover like you do or push off.
Right, but the way he turns it over is the same way that you
Oh,
do.
that's what you're talking about.
So this is more like a strike,
Yeah.
what's known as a strike double, right?
How do you do it? You do the turn. You do. Hold on. You do it this way. You turn it like that. That's how you do
So
it.
yeah, let me this
That's how you
bike's a little beat
personally.
up, but
That's how you
so what I
personally
do is
do it.
I do the push off here, right? So I do the push off. I'm pushing off double,
Right. Hmm.
and I just flip it over.
That's how you do it.
So it feels very free. That's how I normally do it. And
Hmm.
then when it comes time to push off the second one, it's already I either already have the
Yeah.
brake there, or I just do the push off. The thing about this is this looks a little funny when I go to grab the card like that. So if I just push it off like I normally would turn over a card anyway, then it
Yeah.
looks pretty
It looks
normal.
natural. Yeah.
Right. So that's what I'm striving for. That's something that I practice a lot too. I practice way too much.
Like see how I this angle is pretty good too. So, okay, the nine of hearts is the second card. So I just go like this, boom, got it. And it's not even a
Yeah.
pinky. It's actually the
Right.
ring finger that's holding it. And then do the swivel like that.
Yes.
And like,
And
oh,
I
that's
think
the
I think
ace.
at the end of the day, you have to do what works for you, what's most natural for you.
Yeah, this is the
There's
most
so many
natural.
ways to do it.
This
Yeah.
is the most that's the most that I've been practicing.
Right.
Yeah. And I like the
I
little I like the little sound, like doing that. I do that a lot.
yeah. Yes. Yes. So also when it comes to the past, there's so many different versions of the past. I think I like the Herman pass better than the classic pass. I think
Okay.
that's something that there's a difference in feel, and also I do the Herman pass to practice as like a color change. So that'll
Okay.
get you really good. Like I think that's a really good spot when you're doing the Herman pass as a color change, because you're figuring out all the angles, and it's very visual. It's a quick thing. And then when you're doing it as like a turnover pass or dribble pass, whatever you want to do, you're still going to do the Herman pass, but at the same time, now you've already figured out all these angles by doing it as a color change. So that's a really good way to practice it.
Mm, okay. So that's one thing I should learn is the pass.
Yes, yes.
That's like yeah.
I think the pass and the call are like one of the most powerful tools that you
Man,
can get.
I've been struggling with that cold.
Yeah, the call. I'm actually taking a class right now. A good friend of mine, Benedict. You might have seen his material on Instagram and
Okay.
Facebook and YouTube. He has a class called the Magician's Path, where he's teaching all this type of stuff. And
Hmm.
I love his walk around style. That's what really caught my attention. I got an interview with him coming up too. But if you're interested, I can send you a link to that too.
Okay. But yeah, especially when they call like multiple cards, placing it here and then doing it because
Yeah.
it just gets stuck. I'm like, man, come on.
I'm telling
I
you,
don't know,
yeah, that's one of the things that I'm practicing right now in that class is the call, and he's so good at it. He'll call four cards before you know it.
man.
He's really, really good at it.
Like I don't know how to do. I can do the second deal pretty good. I don't know how to do the middle deal, and I don't know how to do the bottom deal.
Yeah, but
Can
I
you?
think I can do the bottom deal. I can do the second deal. Middle deal, I can't do, just because I've never really practiced it.
Hmm.
Um, but I think I like the seconds better. I'm not that great at it though. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's something I'm still in my practice phasing of, which is funny because I'm really good at the push off double, but that
Yeah.
second deal is it's a little tricky, man. It's a little tricky.
You know,
Something I still got to get used to.
well, the middle deal and the bottom deal is the most trickiest out of
Yeah,
the three. The second deal is
the
not that bad compared to the middle and bottom,
yeah,
especially the
I
middle.
I agree with that. The middle, I I still have to figure out. One of the things we're learning in the class too is the side steal, and it obviously, it's going to be from the middle. So
Mhm.
that's something that might help somewhat. I guess we'll see.
You know who
Um,
Richard Turner is?
yes, man, big fan of
Yeah.
Richard Turner. I got a
His
signed deck by Richard.
his second deal is so. Have you seen his second deal? He
Flawless.
he doesn't even move his he doesn't even move his wrist. It's just constantly without even moving his wrist.
He's so good
Man,
at it, man. Like that. He always jokes that he has like he has 10 eyes, on his fingers, and
yeah.
he's got an eye
Mhm.
for every finger. But man, it's that guy's amazing.
Like his bottom deal is good. His middle deal is good. Like everything. He said he done it. I've seen one of his videos from let's see, he did it for 8 to 10 hours a day, 7 days a week for 22 years straight. And I'm thinking,
Did you watch the documentary that he came out with called Dealt?
yes.
Yes, such a good documentary, bro. I think one of the funniest things that I took away from watching that is the story of him. He says he says he's having sex with his wife, and
Oh,
then
he has
he's
the cards. He has a deck of
right. He has
cards.
the cars here, and all she hears is, and she gets upset with them. But oh man, I haven't tried that. I need to see what
Hmm.
happened. I know I might get in trouble.
And I've heard he does. He when he's in church, he does it too. I think that was in there too. He does when he's in church.
Yeah,
It's just well anywhere he's at.
practicing 20. Yeah, I mean, but the
But during
man barely
sex, I
has
had to
time to
let the
sleep.
cards down for that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's real commitment right there. I have a lot of respect for Richard Turner and what he does. He's
Yeah,
brilliant. He's amazing.
yeah.
So I guess that could lead into my next question. Do you have a favorite magician or
I do
a
not.
magician
I
you
have
like their
many.
style? Okay,
Um, David Blaine, number one.
I like that.
Uh, Ed Mar. You heard of Ed Marlowe, right?
Yes, of
I
course.
like I, I
Got
like
this
his
book right
style.
here, baby.
His second deal is good too.
Oh yeah,
I just
Marlo
love
has
the
so many good rule, so many good moves. Um,
yeah.
this is this is a good book.
Okay, I've seen that on Amazon.
Yes, I would recommend it. Revolutionary Card Technique. Very good
Like
book. Oh, I forgot to recommend the Books of Wonder by Tommy Wonder. These books here, these are also books that David Blaine highly recommends.
what's it called?
The Books of
The
Wonder by Tommy Wonder.
Books of Wonder. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of really good material in there also. Um, yeah,
But yeah,
man.
Ed okay, so David Blaine, Ed Marlowe. I just like the way Ed Marlowe, I like his style. I like how he
If you like,
talks. The weird thing is I like the way his hands look. They look like when he moves the cards, it's like smooth. That makes
like
sense.
in water, like there, what's the saying? Practice like your hands are in honey.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, so they say you should practice like your hands are stuck in honey to get the perfect movements.
Mm,
So that's something that I've heard. I've heard that from multiple people. If you like Ed Marlowe, you'd like his one of his the people that he taught was Alan Ackerman. Do you know his work?
yep.
Okay, Alan Ackerman. I think he's great too.
I just learned well, I
He
just had
fools the
to
shit out of me all the time.
I had to remember one of his tricks, so I just watched the DVD of his yesterday of
Okay,
the trick called. Have you seen Finally Matched trick, where
finally
all the cards are
matched.
side by side, like the two nines, like all the cards are just this
Oh
matched
yes,
together.
yes. Yeah,
Yeah, I learned. Yeah, I learned that one like last year, and then I forgot about it. Then I had to relearn it the other day.
I have his
And I just
books up here.
and I'm gonna post that because I just did it. I think it was yesterday. I did that in my room. Now I'm gonna have to post it on YouTube.
That guy's brilliant. I have what's like the accumulation of his life work up here called All In, and it's
Hmm.
by Alan Ackerman. It's a 2 volume set. I would highly recommend it. I haven't read them yet. They're on my list. Sometimes I'll read like multiple books at once, and I'll
Mm.
just switch from here to there till they're complete it, and then I'll start another set
Is he
or
still
bring
alive?
another book in. Yeah, he is. He has
Okay.
a YouTube channel. Check
Okay.
out his YouTube channel. He every time I see him on there, I'm just like, wow, gets
Hmm.
me every time.
Okay. Yeah, Alan Eckerman. Okay, so David Blaine, Ed
Ed
Marlowe,
Marlowe,
Jason Ledaney, of course.
yes, I want to get his books. He's got two of them that I want.
Yep. Game Changer
Yeah,
and
and
something else.
Deceptions, something Deceptions, Card
I think it's
Deceptions,
Art of Deception or something like that.
some right, something like that. Yeah.
But I've seen like he's blindfolded and he catches a card and finds a card. He uses a coin or a poker chip. Have you seen that?
Yes, so cool.
Sorcery.
Absolute,
But no, but no.
absolute sorcery.
Okay, so look, David Blaine, Ed Marlowe, Jason Ledaney, and Richard Turner. I like the old heads. Richard Turner,
Yeah,
Martin A. Nash. You know who Martin A. Nash? Martin Nash.
Martin A. Nash. That doesn't ring a bell.
Okay, look him up. He's good too. He's dead though,
Okay,
but he's good. He's one of them
Martin A.
old.
Nash.
He's one of them old heads.
Okay, hold on. I like to when people give me recommendations like this, I like to write it down so I don't forget and I can look him up later. Martin A. Nash, right?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, I'd say those are my favorites. And
Okay.
Leonard Green.
Leonard Green for sure. You got to have
So,
him in the
so,
list.
so I don't have yes, I don't have one ultimate favorite.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like the movies. I don't have one ultimate favorite movie.
Yeah, I hear you on that. There's so many options out there, so many great performers that it's hard
Mhm.
to just choose one.
Yeah.
You know, sort of like food. You say you have your
I was
favorite
just
food,
thinking
right?
that.
Yeah.
And it's like saying, what's my favorite card trick? I have
Right.
multiple favorite card tricks.
Right.
Who's your favorite magicians or
Uh,
magicians?
out of all time, it'd have to be David Blaine. If I had to pick one, it'd be David Blaine for sure, just because of he. To me, he's ascended past a magician. He's more than a magician. Um, but as a person, personality wise, everything I seem to really like this guy. From everything I've seen, his life story. I told you I read that book, which I highly recommend. I think it'll change the perspective from if anybody's only seen his specials, it changes the perspective on this wonderful human being in my eyes. But that he's
Mhm.
definitely my favorite magician if I had to choose one. If I'm stuck on a desert island and I only have to watch material from one magician, I'd choose David Blaine.
Same. If they put me in a position, yeah, I agree.
But
I
it's
agree.
tough because I love so many other magicians. So that's no diss to anybody else because I
Yeah.
love so many people out there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be my choice though.
I gotta um I gotta go though, man.
It's all good, my man. I
It was a
really appreciate you
pleasure.
coming on, and
Yeah, man.
we can do this again sometime if you'd like. We had a
I
good
would love to.
conversation, and please stay in contact with me. I tell this to everybody: stay in contact with me. I'm gonna send you some book recommendations.
Yes,
And
DM me like
I
those
got you.
recommendations.
Yes, no problem. And then also, whatever. If you have some material, something you find interesting, send it to me, bro.
Okay. Most definitely. And you inspired me about the Walmart. I really need to, you know, yeah.
Bro,
Because
you
right now,
inspire me, and it's obviously you're out here inspiring others as well. So,
oh yeah,
man,
yeah, like that kid.
bro,
Yeah.
good up to you, my man. Like you're out there doing it, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Yes,
That was
sir.
fun, man.
Also,
That was fun.
why don't you go ahead and get the last word on this? And if you have anything you'd like to say to anybody out there, go ahead and do that now.
Um, life is short. Um, I do the cliche, follow your dreams, whatever you want to do. Keep at it as long as it's honest, because
I like that.
time time keeps going, doesn't matter. So don't sit there and be like, oh, woe is me, because time does the sun is out. The sun's gonna keep rising. The world's gonna keep spinning. So you just gotta go with it. You gotta spin with it. Can't stop. Just keep doing what you do. Be consistent. You can have fear, but just don't let fear hold you back from doing what you are destined to do, I'd say.
I
Hopefully
like
that
that.
makes
Thank you.
sense.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate you being my guest. And hey, if you got any other projects in the future too, man, holla at me, bro.
All right,
We could
man.
talk we could talk magic on the side. We could talk magic methods and all that type of stuff.
Is it possible to have have like more than like two people in the chat or in the
I
is that
It
possible?
is
Have you done
possible,
that
but I
before?
have to do it off of YouTube.
Oh, it had to be
So I would
like
have
on
to do it, yeah, like what's that called?
Zoom.
Right, Zoom. I'd
Yeah.
have to do a Zoom call or something
Oh,
like
okay.
that. But it can happen. I can set it up, and that's something I might be interested in doing in the future.
You never done that?
I haven't
Have
done
you?
it, but I
Oh,
have Zoom. I have an account and stuff like that because I've used it to communicate with other magicians. Um,
okay.
so we could set something up potentially in the future.
You could be the next
I
Joe Rogan of doing magic podcasts. Is there anybody?
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Listen, I watch a lot of interviews, and I thought to myself, there's no one specifically going out and interviewing all these magicians that I
Right,
see.
there's
I've seen people
nobody
have
doing it.
podcasts.
Yeah.
I want to be the one to do that, and I want to make a lot of acquaintances, a lot of friends, and um, I've met so many great people already. And thank you for allowing me to have a conversation with you and meet you as well, bro. This
Yeah,
was a
man.
really good one.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
No problem. But stay in contact, please, though. Stay in contact.
Absolutely,
I have
man.
you
Yes,
on another
absolutely.
time. And
Yes.
maybe in the future we could do a little jam session too, or something like that off YouTube. Just talking methods and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Now,
Yeah. What?
I got some cool stuff to show you.
Okay. Oh, before you go, how many tricks would you say you know?
Oh
I don't know if I
boy,
asked you that already.
I think I've forgotten more tricks than I know,
All right.
but but I've got a pretty good repertoire. I could probably sit down and count maybe 100 effects that I know by heart that I could perform. Um,
Okay.
whether it's because I have to separate into categories. It would be like impromptu stuff versus things that require setup versus things that require a gimmick. So it's hard to say
Mm-hmm.
if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. But all right, man. I'm gonna holler at you later. Okay. I appreciate the
Brother,
time
great having
that you
you.
gave me. Okay.
My man. See you.
All right, man. Peace. Yep.